I just played one of the best DLCs ever, Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare, and what an experience. A brand new story, familiar faces, and some awesome additions to the already incredible gameplay and open world made it feel fresh even after spending hours in the main game. On top of that, going for 100% completion was an absolute blast, and after nearly 100 hours I finally earned the Platinum Trophy for Red Dead Redemption. Now let's dive into the story, gameplay, and open world of this incredible DLC. I've added timestamps in the description, so feel free to jump to any section. The Undead Nightmare DLC might be short, but it's packed the shocking moments that had me hooked from start to finish. It all begins on a dark, stormy night. John Marston is home with his wife Abigail and son Jack when suddenly Uncle stumbles in, only something's wrong. He's a zombie. Uncle attacks Abigail and infects her. With no choice, John puts him down, but it's too late. Abigail bites Jack, turning him into one of the undead too. With no idea what's going on, John ties them up in the bedroom and sets out to find answers and hopefully a cure. From the very start, the mystery had me hooked. What caused this outbreak? Why are the dead rising? That sense of urgency kept me pushing forward, completing mission after mission to get to the bottom of it. As I explored, I ran into familiar faces from Red Dead Redemption: Wes Dickens, Seth, who ends up playing a big role, Bonnie's father, the professor, and even Abraham Reyes. Some of them managed to survive while others had already turned into zombies. And let's be honest, putting down certain characters who gave me a hard time in the main story, that was oddly satisfying.
Mary Lou, may I have the honor?
Oh. You're a sick man.
When I finally reached Mexico, I discovered the source of the outbreak. Abraham Reyes had stolen a sacred artifact, unleashing absolute chaos. After taking him out, John restores the artifact, bringing peace back to the West.
And action! Zombies, go! Oh, your hands are eat human flesh! That's right, that's right! Go!
For a moment, it feels like a happy ending. John returns home and his family is back to normal, but this is Red Dead Redemption, and nothing is ever that simple. Months later, John is killed by Edgar Ross, just like in the main game. Then, in a shocking twist, Seth sneaks back into the Mexican cave and steals the artifact again, causing the undead to rise once more. This time, John is one of them, but because he was buried with holy water, he comes back as an undead with his soul still intact, a walking corpse with a man's mind. Playing as undead John Marston was insane and completely unexpected, and I spent quite a bit of time with him while going for 100% completion. The Undead Nightmare story was an incredible addition to the Red Dead world, full of surprises, chaos, and one of the wildest endings I've seen in a DLC. It's the kind of story that stays with you long after you finish it. The core gameplay in Undead Nightmare stays true to Red Dead Redemption, but with some key tweaks that make it feel fresh, intense, and insanely fun. The biggest change: no more hiding behind cover because nothing's shooting at you. Instead, you're constantly on the move, running from hordes of the undead while making every shot count. That eye is still here, but now it plays an even bigger role. The only way to take down zombies for good is with a headshot. Body shots won't do anything except waste precious ammo. And since ammo is much scarcer than in the main game, every bullet matters. You can scavenge supplies by looting zombies and opening chests, but managing your resources adds an extra layer of tension to every encounter. There are 4 types of zombies, each bringing its own challenge. Fresh undead, your standard slow-moving walkers. Bolters, fast, erratic zombies that zigzag around, making them tough to hit. Bruisers, huge, bulky zombies that charge at you, knocking you off your feet. And retchers, these guys spit toxic stuff and explode on death, damaging anything nearby. The mix of enemy types keeps combat exciting, forcing you to stay alert. Alongside the classic Red Dead arsenal of repeaters, revolvers, and shotguns, Undead Nightmare introduces new weapons that perfectly fit the horror theme. Torch burns zombies to a crisp, and the execution animation, jamming the torch into their skull, is brutal. Blunderbuss, the most fun weapon in the game. It literally fires zombie body parts, obliterating anything in its path. To get ammo, you have to collect undead remains and craft it yourself. Holy water works like fire bottles, but with blue flames that instantly wipes out zombies. Undead bait lures zombies to one spot, making it the perfect setup for an explosive rifle shot or dynamite. Broom bait, same as Undead bait, but with an explosive twist. After a few seconds, boom, instant horde cleanup. tomahawk. In the main game, it was a cool throwable weapon, but here it doubles as a melee weapon that one-shots zombies. Phosphorus coating, a temporary bullet enhancement that makes every shot set zombies on fire. You've crafted by collecting flowers, finally giving plant gathering some real purpose. Outfits make a return with some new additions. Union suit, John's pajamas, nothing crazy but it's funny to run around in, 8 out of 10. Undead cowboy, classic, rugged and fits the vibe perfectly, a 10 out of 10. Legend of the Undead, dark, mysterious and badass, another 10. Army of the Undead, torn up clothes, worn out look, pure zombie apocalypse style, another 10. Combat in Undead Nightmare is ridiculously satisfying, whether you're blasting zombies with a shotgun, mowing them with a repeater, or executing them up close, every fight feels rewarding. The combination of new weapons, enemy types and limited resources makes for a tense but thrilling experience. And the best part, all of this takes place in a newly transformed, horror-filled version of the open world, which I'll be talking about next. This DLC truly took the Red Dead gameplay to another similar yet fun level.
I'll kill all you freaks!
Rockstar took the familiar world of Red Dead Redemption and transformed it into a dark, eerie nightmare that perfectly fits the Undead Apocalypse theme. Even though the map is the same, the atmosphere is completely different. The once lively towns are now overrun with zombies, the skies are darker, and the entire world feels unsettling. That chilling background music and eerie ambient sounds, they just make everything even more immersive. Towns are no longer safe. Instead, they're infested with zombies and it's up to you to clear them out. Once you eliminate the undead, the town becomes a temporary safe zone where you can rest and save, resupply, and fast travel. But here's the catch, these towns don't stay safe forever. If you ignore them for too long, the undead take over again, wiping out any survivors. Even if you clear the town again, the people are gone for good, making the world feel even more hopeless and eerie. It's not just humans, wildlife has been corrupted too. Every animal you once feared or hunted now has a twisted undead version. Undead wolves, zombie cougars, undead bears, bats, undead horses, which are skeletal and rotting but still rideable. And speaking of horses, we have the 4 horses of the apocalypse. These special horses add a new layer to the experience, each with a unique ability that helps in the fight against the undead. War, a horse engulfed in flames that burns zombies on contact, looks absolutely badass. Famine, surrounded by swarms of locusts and the fastest horse in the game. Pestilence, a sickly white horse emitting a green aura that stuns zombies on contact. And finally, Death, the ultimate undead horse. Half black, half white, leaves behind a creepy smoke trail and instantly explodes zombies' heads on impact. Super OP. Rockstar absolutely nailed the horror western vibe, making the open world just as engaging and immersive as the gameplay itself. Spending over 100 hours in Red Dead Redemption in both the original game and Undead Nightmare combined was an absolute blast. This experience was nothing short of unforgettable. The simple yet impactful story, the incredibly fun and satisfying gameplay loop, and the beautifully detailed open world all come together to make Red Dead Redemption and its DLC truly special. Even after all these years, this game is aging like fine wine. Huge thanks to Rockstar and the entire development team for creating such an incredible experience. If you haven't already, I have a full video covering my thoughts on the original game, so feel free to check that out. Up next, I'll be talking about Marvel Rivals. See you in the next one.